Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from today's title, we are pregnant again. I'm having baby number 2. Now, if you already follow me on social media or my blog website, this isn't new news to you, but basically today I wanted to just come to you all and kind of give a little bit of recap on how my pregnancy has been so far. One of the other reasons I wanted to create this video is because when I was pregnant with Ava, it absolutely helped me looking at these videos and just to kind of feel like I wasn't alone or I wasn't the only person that was going through this. Talking to friends and family, it's great. But if they've never experienced what you're experiencing or had the symptoms that you're having, it's sometimes hard for them to relate and understand, and they can't like sympathize with you or really understand what you're going through. Now, if this is your first time stumbling onto one of my videos, my name is Candace and I create content on motherhood, beauty, lifestyle. I also do some vlogging. So if that sounds like your jam, definitely hit the subscribe button below and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you never miss an upload. Now, before we jump into the video, I want to just give a quick little disclaimer. Every pregnancy is different. Every person is different. So some of the things that I experienced may not apply to you. So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. It doesn't mean this is something you're going to go through. Now let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright guys, so this video today is going to be super chill. It's just going to kind of be us girls having a chat. I just want to kind of explain to you how my experience has been so far. If there were any differences between my pregnancy with Ava and my current pregnancy, and hopefully this is something that could help you when you're going through your pregnancy. I have my bottle of water here with me because pregnant girls have to drink water, so don't mind me if I have to take a little sip. So let's talk about how I found out. I first started feeling weird at my job's holiday potluck. I had volunteered to help serve food, and I'm standing there, I'm serving food, and I just started feeling extremely fatigued, and I can't really explain like exactly how I felt. I just knew I felt off, like something wasn't right. I felt weird. So I turned to my coworker. I'm like, girl, I need you to take over. Do you have this? Because I need to sit down. She was like, yeah, go sit down. You're not feeling well. That's fine. So I sat down. I had no appetite that day. I think I ate like maybe one piece of chicken. That was it. But like my appetite was not strong. I just didn't know why I wasn't feeling good. So a couple of days later, I ended up coming down with a cold. I'm like, okay, well, that explains why I wasn't feeling well. I was getting sick, and that explains the fatigue. Cool. Then I started feeling nauseous. Now I'm like, hold on. This feels very familiar. It took me a second for it to kind of process because I had gotten the colds and everything. So I'm like, okay, that made sense with the fatigue. But once that nausea kicked in, I'm like, okay, something's not right. So I took a test, and of course the test said I'm pregnant. So that's good. I was actually excited about this. I knew I wanted to have another child, and I always said I wanted my children to be 2 years apart, but this was definitely not a planned pregnancy. We were not trying to get pregnant at this very moment because we had just finished deciding that we were going to move in with my in-laws for the next year once our lease was up so that we could start saving money for a house. So, you know, me being pregnant and having a baby is definitely not something that was in the forefront. Maybe after getting the house, it would have been nice to get pregnant, but whatever, you know, everything happens for a reason, right? When I told Ricky that we were having our second child, he was excited, but if I'm being completely honest, I think he was nervous because when I was pregnant with Ava, I was extremely sick. I could barely work. We definitely was living off of one income at that time. It put a lot of strain on him, and also just dealing with me, the mood swings, the extreme fatigue. It was my first time, so I had no idea what to expect and what my body was going to go through. It was tough, but we got through it. So let's talk about the first trimester. My first trimester was awful. It was awful. It was so bad. If I'm being honest with you all, I hate being pregnant. I absolutely hate it. I love my daughter. I love having children. I always envisioned myself having this large family. When I was younger, I wanted to have 4 children. But the way my pregnancies are set up, y'all, I'm done. I'm not doing this to myself again. It's too much. So I got extreme morning sickness, and it wasn't just nausea. It was also vomiting that came along with it as well. And not just for those of you who don't know, morning sickness is not just throwing up in the morning. It's all day sickness. I would wake up feeling extremely nauseous. I would vomit about 6 times a day. I couldn't hold any food down. Smells bothered me. Everything bothered me. I needed to just kind of just be still in order to like feel somewhat normal. And then I still felt weird. The only times that I was completely okay, that's a lie. There was no complete. The only times that I felt semi-okay is at night when I was sleeping. And I think it's because I was just completely still. I don't know. But it was rough. Also, some other symptoms that I experienced is excessive saliva in my mouth. Like, I think it's so disgusting for females to spit, but it's like I couldn't control it. I had all of this saliva in my mouth and I had to spit constantly. It's disgusting. Now let's accompany that with this weird metallic taste that you get. I know I have heard other people talk about this before, and I only had it during my first trimester, so thank goodness for that. With Ava, I had it my entire pregnancy. This one has only been the first trimester, but it's like this weird metallic metally taste that you just can't get rid of. Like you brush your teeth, it's still there. You eat something, it's still there. It doesn't go away. And then I also had the loss of appetite, which I believe was due to the nausea and the vomiting, because anything that I ate, it came back up. So I got to a point where I didn't want to eat. I ended up losing about 20 pounds during my first trimester. And because of that, my doctor ended up putting me on a nausea medication to help with the vomiting. It didn't take it away completely, but it did reduce the amount of times that I would vomit each day. Yeah, but it still sucked, to be honest with you. It was awful. And let's not forget fatigue. Fatigue. I think this is the one thing that almost any pregnant woman gets as a symptom. The fatigue you feel when you are pregnant is unreal. It's not like, oh, I'm tired, I need to take a nap. No, it's like, I am exhausted, I need to lay down right now, I can't go on. It feels like you haven't slept for 24 hours, even though you just got up from a nap. It's ridiculous. So fast forward to second trimester, I'm starting to feel a little bit of my energy coming back. I'm still not at 100%, obviously, but you know, it was getting better. So the nausea was still there, but the vomiting has slowed down a little bit. So that was a win for me. I just was trying to feel like a normal person again. Second trimester is definitely one of the best trimesters to be in, because once the third trimester hits, that comes with a whole nother set of problems. But for the most part, a lot of my symptoms were still the same, but it reduced as far as the sensitivity of it all. So I am 26 weeks pregnant filming this video. I am just a week away from my 7th month of pregnancy and almost to the home stretch of the third trimester. Guys, I cannot wait for this baby to come, because like I said before, I do not enjoy being pregnant. We have already found out the gender of our child. We're having another girl. If you want to check out my blog post on how I really felt about that, I'll go ahead and link it down below in the description box, so go ahead and be sure to check that out. That's really it, you all. I didn't want this to be a super lengthy video. I just wanted to come here really quick, chit chat, let you guys know I'm pregnant again, and kind of just give you my experience thus far. Definitely comment below things that you want to know. If you want to know what are some pregnancy must-haves or things that work for me to help me get through this pregnancy, newborn must-haves, what's in my hospital bags for baby number 2 because it'll probably be different. I definitely overpacked for Ava. I don't think I'll pack so many things. Plus, with all this stuff going on and this pandemic happening, I really don't know what to expect for my hospital experience, but hopefully I pray that this is all done by then. But my baby is due August 6th. I cannot wait for her to get here, and I can't wait to meet her. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.